I am back from my cry fest. Yes, I cried like a bitch. And I apologise for one part with this series. I realised that I had messed up the complete numerical order of what part we was on. We actually finished this game on part 50 for Armene's route. But I took a Twitter poll the other day of which route I should do next. And everyone seemed to want... I'll put it up here. So, there we go. Sachi was the most voted for next. And what I'm planning to do for the rest of the routes is now, I'm going to do it in all the orders that you voted them in. So that means Sachi's going to be next, Michiru's going to be second, Makina's going to be third, and then lastly is going to be Yumiko. So that is the order in which I'm going to do this. But now, we've got to continue on, because we can only reach Sachi's route by dodging this question here. So guys, ikimashouka. This is idiotic. Can't let myself get caught up in her nonsense. Yep. This is how we get on it. It's completely idiotic. If I get caught up in Amane's nonsense and let her coax me into kissing her, it's all too obvious that the reparations she'll exact in the aftermath will leave me in staggering debt. As Amane waits patiently, her eyes closed and lips puckered like an actress in a lipstick commercial, I reach out and give her a full force flick to the forehead. Moron, do you really think I, of all people, would fall for such a blatant trap?
何よ一瞬迷ったくせに参ったなマジかよとか思いつつちょっとくらいいいかキスしちゃおっかなとか思ったくせに
You're the one who said you're satisfied playing my big sister, you know? Sisters don't pester their little brothers for a kiss on the mouth.
じゃあいないって言い切れるの
I'm not gonna answer that. Well, yeah, I guess there are probably a few out there, but that's a seriously rare case, yeah.
ねえユージお姉ちゃんとキスしよっかしてみたいでしょもうしちゃいなさいよ
No, be gone, thought. Don't start playing some incoherent character from an incest-themed porno. You're just trying to push this through by force.
なんだよもうユージの育児なし
育児なしって失礼な Ugh. In my line of work, what, you're scared is a phrase you don't want to hear under my circumstances. No matter what unreasonable, reckless action you're being encouraged to take, the instant that question gets voiced out, you have to spit out hell no and instantly leap into action. If you back down in the face of a taunt like that, your reputation among the group will plummet irretrievably. Yes, that is the horrible beauty of peer pressure. But we can't forget about the wonderful concept of tactical withdrawal, a dignified retreat when the situation calls for it. It is no act of cowardice. This is such a case. Oh, by the way, this is now part 51. We've gone over 50 parts in this, so now I'm thinking, would we actually get more parts than I did before, Princess of Angeal? Because I think I did 77 parts in that one. Jesus. This is just such a case. Anyway, it's late. Head back to your own room already.
何よ都合が悪くなると追い返そうってのこれだから男ってやつは
That's a bit mean. I'm grateful to you for the meal and sewing and everything else, to the extent that I can't really express it in words. But this isn't the same as a romantic relationship. You're an adult woman. I think you can grasp the distinction yourself, right?
少し焦りすぎたかうかつだったわもう少し外堀を埋めてから本丸に攻め込むべきだったわね
That's fine, Amane. We've done your route, and it was fan-diddly-astic. It was gold. What?
まあいいわ今日のところは帰るよ食べ終わったお皿は流しの桶の中に入れておいて明日まとめて洗うから
Okay. I can take care of my own dishes.
何よ私の仕事を奪う気私はユージの仕事に何も文句を言わないんだからあんたも私の仕事に文句言わないの
Alright, alright. What a tyrant.
まったくこんな都合のいい女なんて他にはいないんだからね感謝しろとは言わないけどあんまり雑に扱わないのよいい
Oh yeah, just so you know, her ending got me so badly now, whenever I hear grandparents, it actually hurts inside my soul. Ah, dang it. Yeah, got it.
わかればよろしい。じゃあ私行くね。おやすみ、ユージ。
Alright, yeah. Night. The girl seems to be some pathological need to force her way into my life. Yeah, she does feel some pathological need to. We already know what that is, though. By the way, Amane suddenly shows up and starts doing housework without being asked. Only to get hopping mad over something. Preach at me for a while and then vanish as quickly as she came. It inspires a definite sense of deja vu. Specifically, her fierce pushiness and burning desire to take care of others reminds me strongly of JB. If I'm comparing her to JB, who's been something like family since I was a kid, I clearly don't dislike Amane. Honestly, I enjoy her company. But it's also undeniable that I have a hard time seeing her as a love interest. How can I put this? Well, like I said, she's more like family. Yep. I can understand where he comes from for this justification for not going on the route. It's a fair one. Something like my older sister was to me. She was still when she was still alive. Something like my master. Excuse me. Something like JB. Amane's become someone I care about in that way. And that's exactly why I can't thoughtlessly take advantage of her. I don't want to end up making her cry. Aww. Those are my honest feelings right now. Hey, he was brutally honest. Hello, Sachi. You're next. As I return to the first floor after my bath, I spot Sachi walking toward the front door. She's in full maid uniform, but her hands are empty. Somehow this feels vaguely unsatisfactory. Probably proof that I've gotten accustomed to the way things work around here. Yo, Sachi.
Konpanpa, Kasami-san.
Konpanpa? Wait, Konpanpa? Is this like another cute thing like the puri thing from Senran Kagura? Hold on. Sorry, my bad.
Why?
Well, this is one thing I'm not sure I'll ever get used to. Sachi's ability to do absolutely bizarre things while keeping that "this is perfectly normal, why do you ask" expression on her face is really something else. So, just curious, but is talking like a dyslexic with a Russian accent some sort of fad these days? Or is this some sort of code?
多分どちらも使うと思いますよ。
Which leads...
それは私が説明するのよさ。
Damn it, Machina! Just as a new theory begins to take shape in my mind, Machina pops out from between Sachi's legs. Wait, why were you down there? Okay, where did you come from?
ふいひひ。やっこさんの股下がガラ空きだったんで、思わず飛び込んじまったのさ。
Oh my god! That freaking swing! Oh my god! Since when were you a bloodthirsty boxer? As I took on a look on in silent bemusement, Machina pulls Sachi's skirt back and forth, noisily rustling the fabric. She's just saying nothing. Sachi's calm toleration of this action reflects her trust in Machina. Or at least, I really want to believe it does. Alright, so why is Sachi taking on that bizarre... talking that bizarre way?
一言で言うと、私が考えた5色プリプラスに付き合ってもらっているからなのよ。
What? Extreme typo?
言葉の濁点をカットして、ハ行は半濁点で喋るっていう大人の遊び。
I don't know if it's an adult pastime myself. Machina mimes pulling a cigarette from her lips and loudly blows out the imaginary fumes. Apparently she equates adult with smoking. I managed to resist commenting on the matter, allowing Machina's deranged explanation to roll merrily onwards.
しかも今なら字は地に言い換える特別萌えルール付きだから、お兄ちゃんも混ざって一緒に 3P するのよさ。
At least say 3-player match or something. Yeah, please. Well, knowing this girl, the innuendo is probably more reflexive than anything else. Also, if you're looking to recruit another player, why didn't you just invite Amane?
今のアマネにはご飯の の用意っていう大事な任務があるのよ。
Aha, of course. Come to think of it, I guess it is about our time of day. And that's why you dragged Sachi into this instead?
サッチンはマネーロンダリングの済んだ裏金のように綺麗な心を持っているから快く相手してくれるし。
Aha. Tell me, Sachi, what do you think of the games Machina comes up with?
マキちゃんの遊びは悪く言うと珍妙、よく言って奇抜ですから、いろいろ勉強になります。
That frick, it's the peas. It's just the damn peas and it's winding me up.
微妙な判定が出ちゃったのだけど、お兄ちゃんも一緒に遊んでくれる？
Much to my regret, I'm unable to play extreme typos for religious reasons. Yes, the keyboard warriors that are known as the grammar Nazis lurk somewhere. I
それは嘘なのよ。
I really hate grammar mistakes, but I know that's deliberate, so it's fine. Why do you say that?
それはこれからサッチンが説明するのよさ。
Magna gives Sachi's back a vigorous thump, prompting her to take a step forward.
かさみさんがサキポとパツケンしたとき、
Sakipoto.
視線かピタリに泳いでいました。ピトか嘘をつく時の典型的な特徴です。
That's supposed to be Kito, but it's Pito. Oh, God, this sucks. This is messing with what I've studied for over 2.5 years. Seems this combination is more dangerous than one might expect. Okay then, give me a demonstration first.
了解なのよさ。
Alright, show me the ways. As soon as those energetic words leave Machina's mouth, the two of them turn to face each other, assuming a conversational posture.
サッチン。
ウェース。
そういえばサッチン、昨日の夜パ何食べた？
明太子のパスタとシーサーサラダかな。
サラダ。ああ。
なに？貴様、日本橋に勤めてるおしゃれな OL 一人か。ペラポーメー。
じゃあマキちゃんぱ昨日何してた？
Oh
ファイナ
God.
ルジオ
Oh
グラフィッ
God.
クチャンネルでカラパコス諸島の特集見てた。
マキちゃんぱテレビ大好きだもんね。
と、こんな感じなのよさ。
My head hurts. I see. Keep track of all those rules seem. Right, keeping track of all those rules seems like it would be surprisingly difficult.
本当なら相手が舌をうえって噛みそうな言葉を狙って会話するのがミソなのよ。
Oh, it's like one of those. Okay. And depending on how skillful you are at rephrasing things, you might be able to come up with sentences that don't use many other letters at all.
はい。
Yes.
異界に
はい
奥が深いです。
And there's also some sentences like that one where nearly every word has to be altered. Yep.
でもパコスとタコスって似てるよね。
Yeah, they do. They do. Where's this coming from all of a sudden?
昨日テレビを見てた時に思ったのだけど、思い出したらメキシカンなあいつにむしゃぶりつきたくなってきて。
I mean, please put food on the end because otherwise, Machina, you're too young. You're too young. In that case, why don't you go ask Samine if she can add tacos to tonight's menu?
さすがお兄ちゃん、早速そうしてみるのよさ。
Run to the hills! Within seconds, Machina's slippers are squeaking furiously up the stairs to the second floor, all else forgotten in pursuit of her prize. Little puddles of drool mark the path she followed. Sounds about right. What can I say? The girl really does resemble a hyperactive 10-year-old at times. Hello, Sachi. When I turn back, Sachi hasn't budged an inch. In fact, she's staring at me intently. Sachi, don't you need to start dinner yourself?
パイ、下準備パ終わってますし、今日はお昼を遅めに食べたので。
The voice actress done a good job of trying to do this little challenge because it sounds difficult. What's more, she's still observing the rules of the game. Oh, she wants the praise! And now that I look closely, I kind of get the feeling that there's something like expectation burning in her eyes. Alright then, want to try this extreme typos with me?
かさみさんならそう言っていただけると思ってました。
Seems my gut feeling was correct on this one. Sachi responds eagerly. Oh yeah, she wants to play, alright. Since I'm a student now, wasting a little time on this sort of pointless nonsense seems vaguely appropriate, but I don't want a reputation as a sort of goopy twit who enjoys this sort of game for its own sake. Alright, let's talk details first. Bring it back to normal for now.
わかりました。
Her tone betraying a hint of regret, Sachi closed her eyes for a moment. Probably consciously deactivating her extreme typo mode. Yeah, pound. The thing is, this game doesn't really seem to have a set ending. Let's make it into a match. First person to slip up loses.
何かルールのようなものはありますか？
Let's see. No climbing up entirely or ignoring your opponent's requests. That should be enough. Ooh. Oh, that sounds
それに
challenging.
罰ゲームがつくということですね。
Yes, it's gonna have a
望むと
penalty.
ころです。
But again, haven't thought about that part, but well, I guess that'll encourage us to take the match a little more seriously.
はい、面白さ 120% アップです。
Oh yes, it'll be definitely waku waku feeling, lads. Get the waku waku going. She's seriously fired up about this. Well, if I win, I guess I'll ask you to take care of my laundry or something.
その時は洗濯奴隷と呼んでください。
Oh, that's not really what I said. Anyway, what do you want me to do if you win, Sachi? Oh.
私の方は勝った時に話すということでもいいでしょうか。
Is this the catalyst? Is it right here? Is it actually right here where the route begins? Hold on, that's quick. That's quick. Hold on, I just need a quick check. I don't know. If Amane Michiru asked me for this kind of blank check, going along would be far too risky. Yeah, going along with it would be far too risky, definitely. But I'm pretty confident that she's not going to demand anything too outrageous. Yeah, that's alright by me.
ありがとうございます。では勝負ですね。
Yes! And so I begin my bizarre verbal duel with Sachi. Good evening.
こんぱんぱ。
Kompompa. So, how think skunk with your patapi?
スコプル校長です。
Oh wow, this is difficult. Good to hear. Considering the way Sachi kept this game up perfectly right until the moment I asked her to stop, winning this match probably won't be easy. No, we gotta be tactical. Come on. By the way, can you name that damn synthesis-themed puppetry dish with the sesame saute?
パンパンチーですね。
Okay then, how about the parquet-sized anthropoid designated as the dangerous animap under Japanese paw?
チンパンチーです。
Name an unconventional thrip ride that uses the epithet dot odd rubber to puff a passenger upward.
客パンチーでしょうか。
I thought tapapup would be pretty tricky to pronounce, but leading to a stumble on the easier second word. But she brushes off this combo attack as easily as the rest.
それより今日パー少し寒いですよね。
Oh, you're changing the subject. Yeah, there's a thip in the air.
時にかさみさんパススキ目に属する魚手雷魚とも呼ばれている深海魚を知っていますか？
Oh, okay. That's going to be New England clan turned, right? Dish and tips. Oh, there we go.
なんたか
Dish and chips.
空を飛びそうな感じになっています。
Can't arque with you on that one.
テパ
Can't argue.
近年
く
二酸化炭素の放出が牽引で地球温暖化に影響を与えていると言われているノーポーパなんと言いますか？
Just like if a Japanese person was hearing this would sound like nonsense. But if they knew the game, they would understand exactly what they're trying to go on about. Spash and burn acripture.
さすがかさみさんです。ピッカケモン隊にもピッかかってくれませんでした。
That was a trap. The question sounded 10 times more did-it-topped to say that the answer. Next, Sachi draws near and holds a small slip of paper toward me.
かさみさんパお強いので奥の手を使わせていただきます。
Trumped hard. Oh, my stomach. Oh, damn it. I've recorded 4 videos in a row today. This is the 4th one. And I tell you what, my muscles still haven't forgiven me for going to the gym. But here we go. Here comes the trump card. Hello? I accept the scrap of paper, then unfold it to find a few lines of neat text scribbled across the interior. Taguchi-chan, who utilizes slash and burn agriculture, stuffs her cheeks with Big Bang chicken and fish and chips while riding the catapult bungee. The heck is this?
月パ、その文章を読んでもらえますか?
Ooh! So that's your game, is it? In this match, there's no set rule limiting the means by which you can influence your opponent's response. Clever! Sachi cannily spotted this loophole and identified it as the surest path to victory. Very whip. Okay. I gently shut my eyes and draw the muscles around my solar plexus tau. Carefully perceiving the flow of energy now surging through my body, I direct the current of force into a swirling pool terminating in a single point at the core of my body. Once, twice, 3 times! Yes! Here we go. And in the next instant, I unleash that power like a coiled spring. Takuki-tan, who hypnotizes Splash and Burn Akakucha, studs her teeth with Bank Ticking and Dish and Tips, whip Rittidink the Tapaput Bungee.
今、客パンチって言えてませんでしたよね?
We messed up. And so the match ended all too quickly in my ignominious defeat. Damn, that was brutal! She just murdered us! I know it's just a game. Losing to you is honestly pretty frustrating. Well, it would just be lame to take a match like this seriously. Especially since I was playing against a younger female classmate. Maybe I let her win? No. You gave her an all-out battle because you knew she was really good. Also, I attempt to console myself without much success.
マキちゃんにパ聞かなかった奥の手か、かさみさんにパ通用しました。
Okay, first of all, can you go back to normal now?
そうでした。
Aw. Must say though, I wasn't expecting you to be that good, class rep.
ごちゃんです。
Hold on, what?
ごちゃんです。
Good job. Why is she trying to sound like a Yankee?
ごちゃんです。
No, it wasn't. Why are you spouting sports cliches out all of a sudden? For some reason, she's acting shy about it.
勝負ごとに勝ったときはこうやって賛辞を受けるのでは?
No, definitely not. Only if you're a professional athlete with muscles where your brain should be.
そうだったんですか。私、風見さんのおかげでまた一つ賢くなりました。
Not that I hadn't noticed before, but Sachi's knowledge of the world is decidedly warped in many areas. So, what's my punishment for losing?
それについてなのですが。
Oh? Sachi's words trail off hesitantly, halfway through the sentence. What's wrong? Haven't you made up your mind yet?
いえ、そういうわけではないのですが。
Then spit it out already. Come on. What are you doing?
では、風見さんに勝った私のことを褒めてもらってもいいでしょうか?
This is where the route begins. This is where it begins. Huh? Unable to comprehend Sachi's bizarrely simplistic request, I answer with an incredulous grunt.
やっぱりダメでしょうか?
Before I decide, I'd really like to hear why you chose that of all things. Yeah.
それは風見さんに褒めてほしいと思ったからです。
Oh. Yeah, and I'm asking why.
これは自分でもどうしてなのかわからないのですが、
Oh,
風見さん
okay.
に褒めてもらえると胃の上のあたりが温かくなるんです。
Ooh. Sachi's tentative, questioning tone suggests her own understanding of the matter is still incomplete. But from our interactions to date, I'm well aware that this girl never tells a lie. Which would mean these are unquestionably her true feelings. Do you feel the same way when someone else compliments you?
それもよくわかりません。この学園に転校してきた当初は、天音さんやみちる様から褒められることもあったのですが、最近はそういう機会も減ってきているので。
I am curious on what Sachi's backstory is going to be, because I know I mentioned before I watched the anime back when it came out years ago before I ever bought the game because it wasn't out yet. But I remember a tiny bit briefly and that was about it. That's all I remember. It was very brief. So I really am interested to see what's going to happen on her route. Well, I guess I can understand that. After a while, your actions do tend to inspire concern more than gratitude.
そうでしょうか。
In some cases, yes. Yeah.
その境目が難しいです。
Oh yeah, it is indeed. With those words, Sachi closes her eyes and sinks into thought. Well, the request itself isn't unreasonable, and it wouldn't be particularly unpleasant for me, but... Here we go, guys. Are you ready to start Sachi's route? Because I am about to go right in with it. There we go. I'm ranking it up. Praise Sachi. And now, guys, the Sachi route is beginning. Your wish is my command. I shall drink the rest of my drink. To toast the beginning of the second route of the fruit of Grisaia. Glory to Grisaia. Alright, fine. I don't have any problem with praising you, if that's what you want.
本当ですか?
Yep. Defeating me in a match is worthy of recognition, and it's only natural to praise someone when they deserve it. I think someone might have told me the exact same thing a long time ago. Oh, okay. What's wrong? Did I say something strange?
いえ、何でもありません。ありがとうございます。
Sachi responds to my question with unusual haste, then bows deeply for a moment as if to collect herself. So, as for the details, what kind of praising are you looking for specifically?
それは風見さんにお任せします。100% 風見スタイルで大丈夫です。
Kazumi style, I have my own category. That's quite a vague request. That said, it wouldn't be fair to break my promise after the fact, even in something as inconsequential as this. I actually said inconsequential right. Woohoo! I draw close to Sachi and reach out my hand toward her head.
明かりを消してもらってもいいでしょうか?
Huh? What? Hold
温
on.
まられると緊張してしまうので、できれば部屋を暗くしていただきたいのですが。
Oh, she's being fairly aggressive right now. Hello. I've only just started to read. Calm down, Sachi. Normally, Sachi can strip off her clothes in public without a hint of embarrassment, but at the moment, a rare pink blush has spread across her face. Yeah, it's pretty damn cute. Just for future reference, what sort of line should only be used when you're getting in bed with someone? I gently swoop down Sachi's feeble entreaty and place my hand on top of her head. Oh, yes! This is a good way to start it. Pat that head! You beat me fair and square. Pretty amazing work, Sachi. This has to be the first time I've touched Sachi's head. And yet, the feeling of her hair under my hand is oddly pleasant. There's even something vaguely nostalgic about the sensation. Very nicely done. Oh boy, we started strong. Sachi went stiff as a board at first, but soon closes her eyes in apparent pleasure. As her body relaxes underneath my hand, I begin to slowly pet her head. Ooh, right, left, right, left, right, left. Every time my hand moves, little bits of gibberish dribble from Sachi's mouth. It's kind of amusing to watch.
脳みそが揺さぶられています。
Okay, this innocence. This innocence. I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm really not doing it that forcefully. Sachi sways back and forth helplessly in time with the gentle movements of my hand. This is another first for us, but for some reason the motion comes naturally to me.
ありがとうございます。もう大丈夫です。
Mansoku? Nice. Right. Snapping out of it and at the sound of Sachi's voice, I quickly draw back my hand. I think I ended up going at her head for a relatively long period of time without even realizing it. Oh, that's adorable. Dude. And for some reason, she's currently staring intensely at my hand. So how was it? Did the pit of your stomach get warm again?
はい。風見さんの手からはマイナスイオンのようなものが出ているんでしょうか。不思議です。
Well then, you definitely know your own body well. In typical Sachi style, the girl asked the question with a perfectly straight face. If so, I'd have to see about selling off the technology to some manufacturer or home appliances. Sounds like exactly the sort of feature the gullible housewives of the world would love to have in their toasters. Just pet the toaster. Just literally say Yoshi, Yoshi to your toaster. Yes. Then the toaster will say, let's have a bath together, Oni-chan. God damn it.
では、私はその技術を買った家電メーカーを買い取ります。
Oh damn. You have that kind of scratch lying around?
持っていませんよ。
Well then, not surprising. Well anyway, I guess this should do it for my penalty.
はい。風見さん、グッジョブです。
Good job. Oh nice. Sachi offers me an enthusiastic thumbs up.
それで、もしよければなのですが、
Ooh?
これからも私のことを褒めていただけると嬉しいです。
Oh yes, you will be praised. You will be. You don't have a choice. I suppose. I wasn't really planning to cut off your compliments in the first place. If you act in a way worthy of recognition again, I guess I'll probably praise you again.
ありがとうございます。
Aw, that's adorable. I thought my response kind of brusque, if anything. I thought my response kind of brusque, if anything. But Sachi blushes the same shade of pink as before and offers me a bow of thanks. That said, if we happen to duel again, I fully intend to win.
では、
Damn.
私も今から山ごもりの修行を始めます。
No, please don't go that far. That's your prerogative. But don't forget to attend the class, alright? Yeah.
そうでした。私、授業のことをすっかり忘れていました。
You completely forgot, god damn it. The thing about Sachi is, you know this isn't a joke. She generally did forget. In any case, I've learned something from the time I spent with this honest girl today. The act of praising someone, the sensation of petting their head. I've been making a habit of rustling Makina's hair around lately, but somehow this felt different. Exactly what that feeling was remains unclear to me, but whatever it was, for some reason, I enjoyed it. Yes, it was adorable. I guess Makina's games aren't all bad. Nah, she had one good game, definitely. And there we go, gotta get some water down my throat. Somehow, those have become my honest thoughts on the matter. That is adorable. Oh my goodness.
アブラカタブラチュパカブラ
What the hell are you doing, Michiru? Michiru, just stop whatever you're doing. As the second recess period of the day begins, a highly suspicious ritual unfolds before my eyes. Hey, Sakaki, our classmate seems to be using her twin tails as antennas in an attempt to intercept human brainwaves.
いつものことでしょ。
Well, maybe not. But that strikes me as a problem in its own right.
いでよ大魔人サチ
What?
パパラパ、お呼びでしょうか、みちる様。
What is this? Completely indifferent to our whispers, Michiru finishes chanting her incantation. Powerful Jin promptly answers the call.
ああ、それってランプのせいだっけ
Alright, hello Disney. Please
そうよ
don't.
ただサチに用事を頼むだけでもバリエーションは出してかないとと思ってね
I hope to God that Disney does not make visual novels or own any. Please no.
その必要あるか
Probably not.
あるわよ昨日だって今のやりとりを成功させるために2時間もリハーサルをやったんだから
Really?
そのほとんどは参考にしようとした某アニメ DVD にみちる様が見入られてしまったからなのですけど
Now that I think about it, there's not a lot of anime that actually have genies. There really isn't a lot.
ああ、そうで、サチ、あんた化粧水とかも常備してたりする？
Face lotion?
はい、それなら確か以前天音さんに化粧を教えてもらった時。
Oh yeah, Sachi. Oh yeah, that day. Oh, poor Sachi. As soon as she understands Michiru's request, Sachi trots off to her oversized storage locker in the back of the classroom.
お待たせしました。これですよね。
そうそう、ありがとうってそうだ。ついでにパフも持ってない？パフパ
Oh,
フす
the
るや
little
つ。
yeah, the one that puts the foundation on you.
持っているといえば持っているのですが、みちる様にご満足いただけるかどうかは。
Are you actually gonna paint her face like a genie? With those words, Sachi grasped her chest with both hands.
うん？おお、これはつつましくも確かな柔らかさが。
Well then.
私が言ってるのはパフパフじゃなくてパフよ。コットンパフ。
Oh, a little of the old puff puff. I've never heard of that puff puff. I do want it though. I want that puff puff. But the actual puff.
そちらの方でしたか。同音異義語は難しいです。
Homonyms. Yeah, they are. Homonyms are. Yeah.
いやいや、あんたがややこしくしてるだけだってば。
Maybe like 3% of Japan, maybe 3% of Japan as well. Jots. Somebody asked Sachi for a favor, leading to a subtle but bizarre misinterpretation. In the end, someone heaves an exasperated sigh. This too is hardly anything out of the ordinary. I've seen something of the sort so many times since coming to this school that it's practically part of the scenery by now. But when you stop and think about it...
何黄昏てやがる坊主。
Bozu? Hey, I'm not your kid. I'm not brooding anything. Also, I'm not your son.
でも背中が泣いているように見えたのよ。
How can you tell that? I suppose you could compare heavy sweat soaking through the back of your shirt to crying, but I'm not currently present.
話が脱線しかけてるけど、今さっちゃんのこと目で追ってたわよね。
And why did I hear the boob sound? Are they pressing up against my back? I don't mind you butting in on the conversation, but do me a favor and keep your tits to yourself.
考え事してる時でもダメか。
Nah, he's too aware. If you want to take me by surprise, you're going to need more dramatic measures. I would recommend knocking me unconscious. Maybe sleeping pills or something of the sort. So in other words, you gotta Bill Cosby me. Bill Cosby me in order to get me. So good luck.
その手があったか。
Oh, uh-oh. Of course, if she actually tried mixing some drug into my food, I'm confident I'd notice 8 times out of 10. Oh, like 8 times? Hold
な
on.
んでさっちゃんのこと見てたの？
Well, just thinking about how familiar that routine of hers is by now.
そう言われるとちょっと耳が痛いかな。
Why is that?
なんていうかな。私たちってさっちゃんの真面目さに甘えすぎちゃってるところがあるから。
Yeah, Yeah, you guys ask her for a lot of stuff, and she does it without complaint. I'm wondering, though, what's her obsession with being as close to a maid as possible? Like, why?
それを傍から見たらひどいことしてるように見えちゃうこともあると思うんだよね。でもユージにも分かっててほしいのは、私たちにそういう意図は全くないってこと。
Okay.
私が遊び相手にサッチンを選ぶのもそうだけど、チルチルだってサッチンとはマブダチなのよさ。
Okay, so you're saying that faithful servant routine's an expression of friendship or something?
お兄ちゃんなら見ればわかると思うのだけど、サッチンは全然嫌がったりしていないのよ。
Yeah, but doesn't that leave any of you curious? Like, surely? Well, I guess not. Compared to the others, Michiru tends to request menial gopher-style errands pretty frequently, but Sachi never shows any sign of irritation. On the contrary, she often overflows with gratitude, as if being given work offers her satisfaction in itself. But objectively speaking, a charitable attitude that extreme has to be considered downright abnormal. Yes, it's like an unconscious obsession, maybe. Pretty interesting girl in that sense.
ちょっとまさかユージ
Uh-oh.
さっちゃんのこと。
I see where you're going with this, but that's not what I meant.
そっか。
No, we're definitely interested, but still. ごめんにSachi, eh?
お呼びでしょうか
Whoops.
風見さん。
Impressive job picking up on my muttering, but no, I did not.
そうですか。
Oh, that made us sad. Sorry about that.
いえ、年頃の男性が性的に興味のある異性の名をつぶやいてしまうのはよくあることだと聞いています。
Oh, my belly. Well, that was completely out of left field. Don't lump me together with pure-hearted youths who can find joy in a crumpled old poor mag discovered under the boardwalk. Oh, dear.
はい、風見さんがそうおっしゃるならそうします。
Right then. This is strange as well. Whenever I retort to some weird statement of Sachi, she'll fully accept my rebuke, basically overwriting her previous opinion. It's like she doesn't have her own. It's like she's trying to become a database for someone, like looking for like a meaning to be what is in her mind unconsciously, in a way. So that she's always adapting. True, she often mumbles something like, "Is that so?" first. But that's nothing more than a rhetorical question or a request for clarification, not an attempt to argue. Roughly speaking, Sachi's response to our orders run along a fixed course of confirmation to consent and finally implementation.
でもサチって前よりちょっと変になったわよね。
Wait, what?
ああ、
Why
や
is
っ
that?
ぱりみちるもそう思う？だってね、前からトンチンカンなところはあったけど、下着姿で投稿してくることなんてなかったし。
Oh, wait, what? So what brought on the change? Me?
あんた何言ってるのよ。そんなの一つしかないじゃない。そうね。
What, you thinking I did something? The two nod to each other, the four narrow eyes focused on my face. Oh, and Yumiko. Never mind, make it six. Well, can't assert somebody who's begun to stare contemptuously in my direction without even lifting her chin from my hand. I guess it's actually six. Sorry, but my passionate gaze aren't going to get you what you want. Try flowers and a box of chocolates.
それがよりにもよってこんなのでしょ。さすがに今の返しは言いたかったかな。
Yeah, you can tell that he was saying that sarcastically. Beautiful. In short, they want to say this is my fault. Then again, I am the first male student in this school. In that sense, I'm acting as a foreign element added to a relatively stable mixture. Since Sachi's been forced to adjust to living in a dorm with me, I guess some changes in her behaviour and attitude wouldn't be surprising. Well, I won't deny my role in this.
お兄ちゃんにしてはなかなか殊勝な発言なのよ。
I mean, good try. Good try at saying that, but newcomers have to keep their heads down after all.
何を今さら。
Ow, damn it, that little sound hurt my ears. Ugh. I feel like I heard a cranky spirit griping about something in the corner of the classroom, but I'm going to say I was just hearing things. Oh, Yuji! But precisely because I'm a newcomer, there's a specific aspect of our class representative's behaviour I'm beginning to wonder about. Had to say though, I've been here a couple of months now, but I haven't seen Sachi refuse a request even once. The instant I put my observation into words, Amane's eyes open wide in shock. To rephrase, it seems like Sachi's dictionary doesn't include the word impossible. I didn't mean anything else by it.
あ、ごめん。ユージの言ってることは分かってたんだけど。
You've never realised that she's never refused a request,
改めて
really?
考えてみると、さっちゃんが頼み事を断ったことってあったかなと思って。
Ah, what? You haven't seen it happen either, Amane?
うん、多分そうだと思うけど。ねえ、マキナ。あんたはさっちゃんが何かを断ってるとこ見たことある？
サッチンが断ってるとこ？それは見たことないけど。じゃあチルチル、 チルチルはサッチンがお願いを断ったとこ見たことある？
Oh, have you? Come
そ
on.
んなの普通に考えたらあるに決まって。
Oh, you had to change it.
ない。
Even Michiru, who seems to have provided the largest volume of requests by a significant margin.
じゃあユミコはあんた最初からこの学園にいたんだから、さすがに1回くらいは見たことあるでしょ。
She probably didn't order around.
小峰さんがここに来たのはあなたより後なんだから、機関的な条件は同じでしょ。
Oh.
ってことは見たことないわ。
So she's never refused one thing. In other words, despite living in close proximity to her for more than half a year, none of you have ever seen Sachi say no to someone.
ちょっと待って、それが本当だったらすごいことじゃない？
Yes, it is. You're realizing this now?
すげえよ、サッチン何者だよ。
Magana's reaction is actually pretty understandable, yeah. If even by some chance everyone's forgotten an occasion or two when Sachi did say no, this stronger consensus must mean she's gone along with their request an overwhelming majority of the time. Usually you'd only expect that kind of self-sacrifice from the Holy Mother reincarnate, or a very small, well-trained officer.
もしかして私に関するお話をされているのでしょうか？
Yes, you are, by that little chance. Well, calling it a discussion might be a bit of an overstatement, but...
要約すると、サッチンは誰とでもする便利な女ってことなのよさ。
No! Don't say that!
全然違う。
Yeah, thank you, Alde.
そんなに力強くされたら耳から脳汁が流れ出ちゃうのよさ。
Ditchae! Yumiko?
ほらほら、ビビリのユミコが怖がるから、そういう例え禁止。
She doesn't like horror stuff?
うえ
She doesn't like horror? Oh, wow! That's new! Okay, moving on. I've got one question I want to ask you, Sachi.
何でしょうか？
Can you remember refusing any requests since you came to the school, even one?
そうですね。
お、唐突に電源オフ？
Tinging off.
すみません。今自分の記憶を検索していたのですが、私の覚えている限りではないと思います。
Interesting.
ってことは本当に今まで一度も。
私たちのお願いを断ったことがないってこと？
感動した。今までありがとう、サチ。
And here comes the
本
praise.
当
Wow.
本当。
さすがクラスの委員長さんなのよさ。
Oh, now this is actually adorable. Michiru and the others abruptly swarm around Sachi, surprised and enthusiastic to discover such an impressive feat so close at hand. They resemble nothing so much of an eccentric soccer team, mobbing a defender for scoring the come-from-behind goal in extra time. On the other hand, the hero in question doesn't quite seem to understand why she's getting the star treatment all of a sudden. You can practically see the question marks floating above her head. Thank you for that. Bit late in the game, but it seems they've finally taken note of your meritorious service, Sachi.
功績ですか？
功績。
そうそう、サチって実はできる子だったんだなって。ある意味、そこら辺にいるメイドさんよりメイドさんっていうのかな。
Oh yeah, definitely.
そうでしょうか。
だってほら、この前だってジャケットがこんなのって言っただけで私が欲しかった CD 手に入れてくれたし。
あの時はインターネット上でいろんな質問ができるサイトに投稿したら親切な人が商品名と売っている場所を教えてくれたんです。
Ah,
漁
okay.
夫の知恵袋。
Okay, I see how that's supposed to be. Yahoo! There we go.
私が本物の地域限定コシヒカリってどんな味なんだろうってつぶやいた時も次の日持ってきてくれたわよね。まだパッケージ前の状態で。
Damn!
はい、上越新幹線で片道1時間45分。現地農家の小林さんから直接譲っていただきました。
Kobayashi. If it took an hour 45 minutes to get out there, we're probably talking about the Chuetsu rice growing region. Girl must have been wandering around way out in the sticks. So she was in the
ゾン
countryside.
ビがうじゃうじゃって出てくる ゲームの海外限定版はどうやって手に入れてくれたのよ。
Was that Dead Rising? By chance, is that Dead Rising?
それは eBay っていう海外のオークションで未開封の商品を見つけたんだよ。
そんなことまでやっていたなんて。
と言っても私自身が何か特別なことをしてるわけじゃないですし。
She feels like she doesn't deserve the credit? Apparently Sachi's finally caught on to the fact that she's being praised as her cheeks have grown slightly red. Interesting reaction, actually. She did mention that Amane and Michiru haven't been complimenting her as much as they used to. So this sudden barrage of appreciation might be fairly enjoyable. Okay, nothing particularly special, huh? True, our community is small scale and relatively isolated from the outside world, but she's offered her help to everyone here quite literally without fail. Yeah, including I think it was the bee's nest, or was it a wasp's? No, it was a hornet's nest, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a hornet's nest, and she got rid of it. That alone would be pretty remarkable by almost any standard, but Sachi seems to be completely oblivious to this fact. Of course, when you hear never once, I think it's only human nature to feel a little interest in seeing the street broken. Oh, okay. Alright, I'm gonna end this part here. This feels like a good little place to end this off on. We have now officially started the Komine Sachi route. So, I hope you guys are all ready to be strapped in, because you know I'm ready. I am ready. But I'll be more prepared in the next time. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you want any more from me. And I shall see you in the next video. So, guys. I'll most certainly see you next time. Praise the Sachi. Praise.